For the Lord is just and the Lord is right. We'll all be white in the heavenly light. There'll be no distinction there.
Blind Alfred Reed is one of West Virginia's little-known musical treasures. Now described as a protest singer-songwriter out of time and place, he was simply called a hillbilly artist in the old days, but he was imbued with an unusual sense of humor, humility, and social conscience. Reed's songs are remarkable in their timelessness. Social commentaries like Money-Cravin' Folks and his most famous song, How Can a Poor Man Stand Such Times and Live, remain relevant after nearly 8 decades.
Let me tell you about the money-craving folks. What I'm telling you is facts instead of jokes. They're the ones that stand the best, treated better than all the rest. That's the hardcore, crazy, money-craving folks.
Born blind on June 15, 1880 in Floyd, Virginia, Alfred Reed moved his family to Princeton, West Virginia. He scraped together a living playing at local dances, in churches, and on the streets, doing his best to provide for his wife and 6 children. In 1927, the Victor Talking Machine Company sent pioneering A&R man Ralph Peer south in search of talent. He sent a telegram to Reed, whose song about a recent train accident, The Wreck of the Virginian, was receiving regional attention. On July 28, 1927, Reed recorded 4 sides in a makeshift studio set up in a former furniture store in Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee. Among the artists who recorded at what are now called the Bristol Sessions were the Carter family and Jimmie Rodgers. Reed later traveled to Camden, New Jersey and New York City to record with his son Arvil, and Victor eventually released a total of 21 tracks. But the Depression took its toll on the record industry, and blind Alfred Reed never returned to the studio. Unlike the Carter family and Jimmie Rodgers, Reed, largely due to his handicap, was forced to rely on local venues for work. By the 1950s, his recordings had been unavailable for more than 20 years, and royalties dwindled to a trickle. Still, Reed kept composing, writing the lyrics out in Braille until he died on January 17, 1956, at the age of 76. Reed's music was all but forgotten until the folk revival of the 1960s. The New Lost City Ramblers recorded some of his tunes, but it was Ry Cooder's early 70s recordings that introduced Alfred's songs to a new generation. Meanwhile, Rounder Records, a label inspired in part by Charleston's Kanawha Records, released an LP of the original masters. Numerous other covers of Poor Man followed, and in 2006, Bruce Springsteen debuted his version, with added lyrics, at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. For its first CD release, the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame enlisted a stellar cast of West Virginia artists to record new versions of blind Alfred Reed's songs. That CD, Always Lift Him Up, a CD tribute to blind Alfred Reed, is available tonight.
Well, there once was a time when everything was cheap, but now prices almost put some man to sleep. When we pay our grocery bill, we just feel like making our will. Tell me, how can a poor man stand such times and live?